Every week at Business at Breakfast, one of the members gets the opportunity to share with the group further insights into their business or enlighten the group a little bit more about themselves. The time is theirs to speak however they would like. Today we have the wonderful Mark Goullet from Kangen Water, or Enagic Water. Enagic. Yeah, it's kind of both. It's sort of weird. But anyhow, a little bit about Mark Goullet. Mark lives in Queensland, Australia, and he is an Enagic Water consultant who gets to help hundreds of people all over the world become healthier through drinking more hydrated water. Mark speaks to business groups every week on the topics of water, hydration, and longevity of life, and he is easily found on LinkedIn. All right, Mark, you have up to 8 minutes, but the less you speak, the more questions we will ask. All right, take it away, Mark.
Thank you very much, Miss D, and what a great invitation there. I feel a bit groggy today with a bit of a cold chesty thing happening, so I've been straight into my Kangen water. That's how I woke up this morning. I've almost drank a litre of this wonderful product. Since coming on the call. So I'm Mark Goullet, representing Enagic International, selling the Kangen water machines that cost us $7,000 here in Australia. And I've been with the company 7 years, and it really did change my life. I changed my water, I changed my life. And for those of you that don't know me that well, go to my YouTube channel and have a look at some of the personal videos where I've been interviewed by, say, Christine Best from Welltality. She did remind me recently of my journey. So please, it's simply the best product for me. It's the best product for all my customers and clients. I'm with one right now up here in the South Burnett region of Queensland, Australia. And he has his Kangen water machine set up on his kitchen bench. And yeah, I'm having a really good time here with my customers at the moment. I'm just sitting in the lounge room too right now. I got out of the sunlight, it was too bright outside. I'm open to questions. There's heaps of questions to be asked about this, and there's a lot to say about it, and Misty asked me not to, so. Fire away.
How little can Mark say? Let's find out. All right, guys, ask questions about Kangen water. Go. Yep, Joanne Kopp.
Hi, Mark. I've been looking at different water systems over the last few months, and if you had to tell me the one major difference between the Kangen water and other water filters, what would that be?
That is a really good question to qualify your purchase decision. Water filtration systems filter water. We all know that. This system goes above and beyond, changing the water, the molecular structure, and the electrical charge that a lot of people don't know does exist in water. Water has a positive charge. The energy that's required to change that into a negative charge to make it beneficial and useful for our body, to convert the water into smaller molecule clusters so that it's able to enter the aquaporins so much better. It's ionized, restructured water. It's full of electrolytes. It improves your health and well-being, increases your energy, and of course, it's full of hydrogen. Active molecular hydrogen is a very powerful antioxidant, and it's rich in that. So every cell benefits. I would choose the Kangen water system.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. David, you've got your hand up.
Hi, Mark. Great presentation, but left with a lot of questions. But I've been seeing alkalized water in supermarkets now. I can get a bottle of 1.5 litres for $3.50 at Woolies. Why wouldn't I do that instead of buying the machine?
Hello, David. Heavy traffic going past. That's also a very good question. And while I can't say anything about the alkaline water that you buy off the Woolies shelf, I have done so. I have tested it. The alkalinity does change, and it is chemically altered, not electrically altered. Our water is electrically altered through very similar, like a lightning bolt on the ocean or a lightning bolt on a lake, river, or stream. it recharges the water, it brings it back to life and increases molecular hydrogen. I can change that water too, David, and so can you. You can, if you want to get ordinary water and increase the pH, just grab some bicarb soda. And that's basically all that's happening to alkaline water that you're buying on the shelf. So it's a lot of money to pay. And over time, 7, 10, 15 years, you'll save a lot more money than paying for it if you bought the Kangen water machine.
My key takeaway there is the Kangen water's natural. The others is chemically altered.
Yeah, actually, good on you, David, for that. Yes, it is. And the word Kangen in Japanese means return to origin or return to original. And this is what our planet had originally. It's what mankind had originally. And it can still be found in some places like Lady of Lourdes in France. I do have some Lady of Lourdes water at home, but there's only about this much left of it. So I can't do any more testing on it. But yeah, it's really good. Really good. It's natural.
Also, simple math. Let's have a look at it. Sales is just simple math. If you look at $3 a bottle, you need to, 1,000 bottles is $3,000. But 3 bottles a day, and I don't know how big the bottles are, but if you're looking at 600 mils, you probably easily drink 3 bottles a day. That's 1,000 bottles by the end of the year.
So 1.5 litres in a bottle at $3.50, Misty.
Yeah, okay.
So it's $7 a day.
Yep. Okay. And not everyone can be bothered drinking that much water from going to the store buying bottles of water when you could just put it underneath the tap as well. So it's one of those things, the more you pay now, the less you pay later. It just comes down to what you're after. How much of the water do you want to drink anyway? Quick question I'll ask you, Mark. Will 1 glass of water or 1.5 litres of water help me for the rest of my life?
Of course, Misty.
No, of course it's not going to. If I drank 1.5 litres of the short bought water today, in 20 years' time, I'm sure it's made absolutely no difference to me at all if I continue to drink all the other stuff. It makes no difference. So really, it comes down to why you're drinking the water unless you really, really want to drink the water. So anyhow, those are arguments, right, that we can all have. Debbie Harris.
No, I just want to say, and I'm familiar with the Kangen water for many, many years, but from a health standpoint and a weight maintenance standpoint, everybody should drink half their body weight in ounces every day of water, plain water. Well, when I say plain water, I mean not coffee or tea.
Yeah.
So you actually, from a health standpoint, you would end up saving a lot more, a lot faster.
Yeah, 100%. It's
with
funny.
the Kangen water.
If we go down the weight loss line, my mom and my older sister have had gastric band surgery, both of them, a number of years ago. And I said to Mum, how is it that you guys had gastric band surgery, but me and Shannon, which is my little sister, haven't? What's the difference between you two to us two? And my mum's comment was, well, I know that you and Shannon drink a lot of water. Seriously, that's the difference? Oh my God. And ironically, after gastric band surgery, you can't easily drink water. How odd is that? Although I am curious from the Kangen water line in regards to drinking the water, because it's negatively charged, I don't think it takes up as much space in the belly as positively charged water that takes up all the space in the belly. So I'm thinking that's the difference, but I don't know. So just a different idea to talk about, but I noticed some more hands are still up. Ben Russ, did you have your hand up before? Did I miss you?
I did, but he answered my question.
All right. Okay, well, that's good. Joe, you've got your hand back up again, and then Dr. Chris.
Yeah. Just one more quick question, Mark. How big is it? How big is the filter if it's sitting on your bench?
Would you like to have a look at one?
Yep.
Let me take you for a short walk. This is simple. Let me get, oh, geez, that sunlight is so bright this morning. Let me get rid of my background. Thank you very much for asking. Here we go. Background. What happened to the nun? There we go. Righto. I don't know if you're going to see it with all this bright sunlight, but anyway. There we go, right there.
And there's a bottle of Morning Fresh sitting right next to it. So
We've done all sorts of water testing with pump and whatnot, and we've got tank water here. We've got city water here. The city water and chemicals, chlorine, they're pretty high at the moment.
And can it sit under a benchmark?
I wouldn't put that one under the bench. Whereabouts? Which country are you?
Brisbane?
Okay, bench top only. There's a couple of really good important reasons why we don't put it under the bench. One is to do with the length of the water hose. You would end up wasting more water than getting enough of the molecular hydrogen to drink. But we can have a conversation about that some other time. No trouble at all.
okay, so the short answer is, can you put it under the bench, Joe? The short answer is no.
Yes.
No.
There you go, Mark. If you can answer in a yes or no, go for it. All right, Dr. Chris, you got your hand up?
Yes, I have. Yes, Mark showed me a remarkable experiment with converting tap water. It was just almost not to be believed, but it was there in front of my eyes. So can I suggest that you contact Mark and get him to show you that demo? It'll blow you away. It's fantastic.
Excellent. With that, I'm going to end this. Thank you so much, guys, for your thank you, Mark, for being our speaker today, and thank you, audience, for participating and asking questions and giving your input as well as to you know, conversations you've had with Mark. It's a I like water. I find it a very good topical conversation to have. And I know two of us in the house, we drink water. Noah and I drink a lot of water, and Simon and Jack do not. So it's interesting to watch that. Funny though, we have is that Simon doesn't use the straight tap water to, say, boil rice with or anything like that. So even though he doesn't drink water, he does prefer filtered water when he's cooking. There you go. There's another interesting person who I've met over the years who would buy a Kangen water machine, is those who some women, when they become pregnant, they go straight into the, oh my God, everything has to be filtered and bottled. And so they spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on bottled water from the supermarket over the course of the year while they're pregnant, because they don't want any other nasties in there as well. So that's a good person to have a Kangen water machine, because it's just easier. All right, as well as all the other benefits. So thank you, Mark, and thank you, audience.